What about you, Carl or Adrian? Whenever you have had friends in the past or anything that's just kind of like low, I hate to keep using the word motivation or something like that. Like, what do you when you try to help them or something like that? Like, what do you tell them? Like, what do you tell someone who's struggling with it? Get your shit together.
I mean,
Quit being a little
so
bitch.
in a way, yes, because as much as I see physical activity, not necessarily just CrossFit, but just physical activity in general, as fun and also a way to like hang out with people who have similar hobbies and point of interest. Um, I also see physical activity as a necessity, and I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with is long-term thinking. And if you don't make physical activity as part of your life, you will regret it down the road,
Yeah.
big time. And
It's so interesting you say that because I agree with you 100%. But it's so hard for people to see that. It's like with people's finances.
that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, because if
In
you guys don't know,
he's so many
he's helped
ways.
out with financial stuff.
In so many ways, like the reason why
Like a lot of parallels.
100%, like the the reason why so many people don't start investing early on is because you can't see the results from one day to the other, or even maybe from like 1 month to the other. And going to the gym is the same thing. You're going to go to the gym like once, twice, 3 times, 5 times. You're not going to look any different. I mean, the only difference is that you'll be sore as shit, and that's not good. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Instant gratification is what people look for.
And the thing is that people tend to forget, like people are, no matter how old they are, whether they're in their 20s, 30s, 40s, they feel fine. Hormones and things like that make that they still feel okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't make physical activity as, like a habit or part of your life, everybody knows, it's just like in finance, right? Everybody knows that if you don't invest early on, you'll be broke at the end of your life. And here it's the same thing with physical activity. Everybody knows that it's just like smoking. Everybody just knows that it's bad for you, yet some people still do it.
Yeah.
And they can't say that they don't know, because they do. Here, everybody knows that once you get to a certain age, like your muscle mass will start diminishing significantly unless you maintain it. And if you don't have muscle mass, you're literally like a coat hanger, and you'll be in pain all the time. You'll have to take, a bunch of medicines, and your quality of life will be miserable.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that, right? But I think people tend to like voluntarily forget it, or just push it off until it's too late. Because guess what? You don't teach old dogs new tricks, and you're not going to start working at it. I mean, not saying that it never happens, but it's so much harder to build habits when you get to the point where, I think once you get to a certain age, actually building muscle mass becomes very difficult, right? Significantly harder, at least, than maintaining what you already have, right? I think
people just typically forget that time goes by no matter what. And 6 months is going to be here. No matter what you do, you can't stop it. It's not going to stop. Nothing you do is going to change that.
Yeah. And so, like, just to go back to your initial question is, what do I tell people is like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's your choice, but, like, as much as physical activity is fun and it's going to make you look better and it's going to make you more of this or more of that, just don't forget it's also a necessity.
Yeah.
Right? I think, it's one of the hard truths in life.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.